Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your comprehensive love and life reading for July 2018. Happy birthday to all of you. I know some of your birthdays have already passed, so happy belated to those of you who have already celebrated, and happy early birthday for those of you who are about to have your birthday. So, this is going to be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now, June was definitely a turning point month for a lot of us. And I know for a lot of you Cancers, you are going into a whole new part of your life. Now, in June, we had the new moon in Gemini, which brought about a whole new perspective. I think really changed the game for a lot of you. Then we had the full moon in Capricorn just a couple days ago that I think we're all still dealing with that. Neptune is retrograde, Mars is retrograde, of course, and that's going to be retrograde all the way through August 27th. And now we're going into July, which is eclipse season. We're going to have a solar eclipse on July 11th on the North Node, and then a lunar eclipse on July 27th on the South Node. So there's going to be a lot more beginnings and endings, both very karmic, things that were destined to happen. We're having Jupiter going direct on the 10th. Mercury is going retrograde on the 26th again for the second time this year. We're going to have a new moon in your sign on the 13th, and then we're going to have a full moon in Aquarius on the 27th. So there is a lot of energy going on right now. So I hope you guys are ready. Today we're going to do 3 different spreads. We're first going to look at what you can expect for July, just an overall general overview. Then we're going to look at your relationships and see what you can expect there. And then we'll take a quick sneak peek into August and September. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with just your overall spread. What are the most important messages that Cancer needs to know going into July? What can they expect? And what do they need to know? Cancers for July 2018. All right, Cancers, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, the Hanged Man in the reverse, 2 of Pentacles in the reverse, the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Wands in the reverse, the 8 of Swords in the reverse, and the Son of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Daughter of Wands in the reverse with the Mother of Swords in the reverse. So, again, like I was saying, I definitely could tell that a lot of you guys are having a lot of new beginnings going on in your life with the Ace of Pentacles right out, first card off the bat. Now, a lot of you have been on a journey. You've been on, some type of path here. And I think for a small part of July, probably more your birthday time of July, a lot of you are going to be taking the focus off of yourself, and I think putting a little bit more focus on your partnerships, on your home, on your family. And you're going to be doing so in a way that is more kind than normal. Like, I feel like you have like a special place in your heart for the other people in your life. Like, the relationships that you have with the other people in your life are going to have to get a little bit of extra love and care for the first half of the month, because you are moving forward into new territory. I feel like a lot of you guys are starting brand new chapters of your life, and these are chapters that are going to last on for a long time, and that's going to be different for all of you. I have a lot of Cancers in my life who are going back to school, who are moving, making big moves in their lives. So, you know, because of that, because a lot of you are going to be taking, you know, the focus is going to be on you for a good while, you're taking a second just to check in with everyone in your life and all the relationships. You're almost like trying to get your relationships in line before you take your next big move. Okay? We've got the Eight of Wands. So a lot of you are going to be receiving a lot of very clarifying communication. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you guys are focused on your relationships. So you may be receiving some information or some clarity that you've been waiting on. And I feel like this clarity is going to help you to let go of anything that is unnecessary, that isn't going to serve you moving into this new chapter of your life. But it's also going to help you to see what you need to keep. Okay? So good start to the month. Now, mid-month, that's when we start getting into the eclipses. Okay? We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Again, like I've been saying, I feel like right now there's kind of like a balancing between the new things that you're doing in your life and the people in your life. And I think mid-month, you're going to be trying to figure out, how do I integrate both sides of my life together in a way that I don't get, you know, burnt out, or I don't feel like I'm being pulled in a million directions, or that everyone has an understanding that things are changing for me and that I'm not going to be there in the ways that I used to be there in the past. Okay? I feel like a lot of you guys are going to have to be setting up boundaries with people, or redefining your relationships with people. And it is going to be a little uncomfortable. It is going to be a little balancing act for a bit of time. But look what we have right in the center of the reading. We have the Chariot, the card of Cancer. I just feel like you guys are coming into your own this Cancer season. Like, more than previous Cancer seasons, I feel like this one is a very defining season for you guys. And you're moving forward. I feel like you're one of the signs this month that is, you know, taking forward action. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which doesn't surprise me coming out this month, okay? Because destiny is at play here. Fate is at play here. With these eclipses happening on the North and South Node, a lot of very karmic things are happening. People that don't need to be in your life anymore are going to leave. People that need to enter your life are going to enter. Situations that don't need to be in your life are going to fall away so that it can make space for new ones. So just know that this month is going to be very, very it's going to be very exciting. That's what I'm going to say. It's going to be very exciting. I'm very excited to see what comes up for you guys. We have the Nine of Wands. So because you guys have been working so hard and you've come so far, and because all the things that are gonna go down this month, it may feel like all of your hard work is being like thrown out the window, but it's not. You may have setbacks this month. There may be things that happen that you didn't want to happen or didn't think would ever happen or that are difficult, but it's only because you are growing and you're almost there. You know, you're almost there. It's just like the last little bit before you can really get started on this new life. And I've given this message to, I think, you know, other signs, but you know, you are not a victim of the situation. Things may happen this month, but it doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything wrong with you or you've done anything wrong or that you're trapped in a situation. Like, everything that's happening this month is happening for your greater good. So just understand that. We have the Sun of Swords at the end of the reading. So again, I feel like you're going to be going forward with a lot of determination this month, but just keep in mind with Mars retrograde, that if you're taking a lot of forward action, when Mars goes direct at the end of August, you are going to have to revisit what you've done. So just keep that in mind. That number one, you may hit blocks along the way, and that's okay. And number two, you may find that you have to go back over any actions that you've taken. So just, you know, try to find a healthy balance and just be really careful with the actions in which you're taking at this time. All right, so let's look at your love life. Okay, Cancer's love life. What's going on with Cancer? What can Cancer expect from their partner for love in July? Cancer's love life for July. All right, what's the overall energy surrounding Cancer in their love life? Overall energy for Cancer. We have the Ten of Swords. This is coming out for a lot of people. A lot of chapters ending, cycles ending. Okay, how does Cancer feel about their person? The Emperor. How do they feel about the relationship overall? How do they feel about the overall connection? What do they desire from the overall connection? Okay, we have the Four of Cups. Oh, Son of Pentacles and the Strength card. What does Cancer need to work on? What do they need to overcome and heal? We have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. And the outcome, the result of July. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Now, Cancer's partner. What's the overall energy surrounding them? We have the Eight of Pentacles. How does their partner view Cancer? Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the World in the reverse. How do they feel about the overall connection? What do they want out of this overall? What do they desire from this partnership? The Daughter of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles in the traditional tarot. And what do they need to work on? Oh my goodness. What does this person need to work on? What do they need to overcome? Okay, we have the Daughter of Cups and the outcome for July. We have the Daughter of Wands in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers backed by the Mother of Swords. So, like I was saying in the last spread, I really feel that right now for a lot of you Cancers, you're having to get your relationships in line. One of those obviously being your romantic relationships. Now, if there were any issues in the past, I feel like you're kind of softening up as far as those issues. Like if there were a lot of cutting words that were said, you're now kind of pulling back, or they're pulling back the way that they, the words in which they spoke. Like I feel like the conversation's much nicer, much softer. And perhaps that's because we're in your sign now and the energy has gotten so much nicer since we started Cancer season. I feel like I've just seen so much more love around, just in the collective. There's just been a lot more love. So, your current energy, overall, we have the Ten of Swords. So like I said, you're definitely ending a cycle. You're clearing. You're getting everything in line. Some situations are just hitting a complete rock bottom. And that's so that you can transform them and so that you can just move on from that cycle. Okay, there's lessons being learned. There's big endings occurring. The way that you view your person, we have the Emperor. So you're seeing them in this very strong light. You know, maybe they've encountered a lot recently, okay? For their current energy, they have the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like they're really focused on work. So whether they're working hard for themselves or working hard for the connection, you definitely see them as someone who is very stable, someone who's very strong, someone who can withstand a lot of pressure. So it's very good. You see them in a very, very high light. The way that they see you, we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the World. So I feel like they may have pulled back their energy a little bit. And this is not a bad thing. They may have pulled back their energy, one, because they're more focused on work. Okay, they're more focused on their stability, which is fine. Okay, or maybe they've just kind of detached so that there's a little more space for the both of you to work on yourselves. Like it doesn't, I don't feel like this detachment is like out of spite or to hurt each other. It's more of like, you need to do you, I need to do me. We're just kind of pulling back our energy so we can allow each other the space to really figure both of our lives out. And I feel like that's just kind of the energy for everyone right now. Like, everyone's just having to figure out and integrate all of this energy that we've been experiencing and figuring out where they want to go for the rest of the year. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So again, they're not feeling trapped in this relationship. Like, maybe you guys were spending a lot of time together. Maybe things did get a little tense, and maybe you guys have had to separate a little bit. And as a result of that, they're now not feeling so, trapped by the connection. They're not feeling so powerless within the connection. And then they have the World in the reverse. So if they have pulled back, just know that things are not over with them. Like, if you're not on speaking terms with this person, or you haven't communicated with them maybe the way you did in the past, that this is not over. There is still more to learn here. There is still more to this situation. This cycle with this person has not ended yet, okay? I just feel that this person is just more focused on their work and their resources and their finances. And it seems like you're okay with that because you see them as the Emperor. You see their strength. You value what it is that they're doing, which is nice. The way you see the overall connection, we have the Four of Cups, the Strength in the reverse, and the Son of Pentacles. So again, you could be seeing that this person does really have their head down, is really getting to work, is really getting serious about what they're doing. It may be affecting the relationship. Okay, Four of Cups, you may not be seeing the situation from the right perspective. You may be taking their withdrawal of space in a negative way. You may not be used to all the space from this person. Okay. So what I feel like what this is saying so far is that really just understand that if you do feel distance or a sense of abandonment or discontent with this person, to try and look at it from a different perspective, okay, and realize that it's probably nothing personal with you. Because we have the Strength card in the reverse. So you may need to take a step back and really think like, okay, this person's doing them, what about me? And if I'm feeling this way about them, what do I need to improve in myself so that I don't feel this way? Because it doesn't seem like this person's doing anything wrong. So maybe I need to visit, my emotional center and make sure that I'm viewing this from a place of my emotions being in the right place. Okay. We have the Daughter of Pentacles for the way that they see the connection. So again, this is the Page of Pentacles. Because of them being focused on work, they may only have a small amount to offer to you. They may not have a lot to give you, but I feel like they do want to give something to you. I almost feel like they're trying to build stability so that they can provide you with more in the future. I feel like for a lot of you, this is a person who is very special to you, who is very serious to you. However, this person in the past may not have, they may not have realized how important you were to them, and now I feel like they're working so hard and they're scrambling in order to create the stability in which the two of you can live together and have a life together. Because, for a lot of people, it is very important for them to have the the base in which they want before they get into a partnership. This is definitely more a characteristic of the masculine energy, wanting to be the provider, to be stable, to be the rock in the connection. So I feel very strongly for this person. They may not be able to give you, you know, the commitment that you want, because jumping ahead, we do have the Four of Wands in the reverse as the outcome. So, you know, you may not get a commitment. You may not get an offer. You may not get the engagement or the marriage or the, you know, the offer to move in. Some of you may. Or it just may not be exactly what you wanted. But it will be something small that is intended to hold you over, okay? The challenge for Cancer is the Six of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like this has been an issue since Neptune went retrograde, is making sure, and this came up, you know, here as well, making sure that you're seeing everything for what it really is. Making sure that you're not looking at things through the wrong lens. Making sure that your perspective is in the right place. And making sure that when you're making your emotional decisions, or when you're thinking about something, that you're thinking about it from the right point of view. Okay? So how do you do that? How can you be sure that you're doing that? Again, going in and making sure that you're in alignment, that you're, you know, where you need to be, and that you know your perspective and you know your truth. And when you know your perspective and your truth, you're going to view situations from the right perspective all the time, or to the best of your ability, okay? What they need to work on, we have the Daughter of Cups. So because they're so focused on work, they may have pulled back a lot of their emotional energy. And I think that's where you're getting tripped up here, is because they may not be as like affectionate or passionate or emotional like they have been in the past. Or maybe if they weren't that emotional in the past, it's like even less now. So it's like, what is going on? But I assure you, I don't think there's any foul play here. I don't think it's being done out of spite or being done to hurt you. I think it's definitely more of just where they are in their life. So for the outcome for them, we have the Daughter of Wands in the reverse. So as a result of all this, I feel like they are going to take more time to really put into the connection, you know, maybe through a conversation with you or through events that happen with them. They may realize, like, okay, if I want this partnership, I'm going to have to be more emotionally present. I can't just focus solely on work and on my own transformation, though I believe they're doing it in order to be more stable for you. I just do also feel that it is going to be a little bit of a struggle for them. So just, you know, just have compassion for them. Just understand that they're going through, you know, their own situation just like you're going through yours. But bottom line, with the Lovers underneath the bottom of the deck, I feel like there is great love here. So let's go ahead and look at what August and September have in store for you. We're just going to take a peek at the general energies of what you can expect. All right. What can Cancer expect in August and September in love and life? The general energies for love and life, we have the Ace of Cups. Love and life, August and September. we have the Three of Cups in the reverse, that Eight of Wands again, and the Judgment card in the reverse. Okay, so for August, we have the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands, which came out in the first spread. So it looks like in August you're going to have more information. This is for love life. So you are going to receive further clarification or communication in August. It is going to bring you a lot of joy. It could be a deeper offer, maybe closer to the one that you want come August time. In September, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So I feel like in September, you're letting go of, which is already happening now, but I feel like in September it really solidifies that you're letting go of connections that just do not work for you. You might be kind of pulling back on your social energy. I feel like this summer is going to be very active, very social, but I feel like September you're going to kind of pull back a little bit and go back into like typical like homebody Cancer, which I love, by the way. And then we have the Judgment card in reverse for relationships. So there may be a need to have a conversation in September to really go over something that occurs. It could be energy coming off of August, like maybe the communication that you get in August, whatever this situation is, you kind of have to revisit it. Like if you go into a partnership or something, you're having to revisit it, which makes sense because anything that you do during Mars retrograde, there is a chance that you are going to have to revisit it once it goes direct again. Alright, Cancer, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. This is the same reading that I do for my private reading, so if you liked this style, definitely check out my website below. I run sales and specials every once in a while, so definitely try to grab one of those while you can. I am leaving links down below for my Instagram, as well as my own personal Instagram and my personal second YouTube channel. If you're interested in that, that'll be down below. Otherwise, I'm wishing you guys the best of luck, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.